Hello, today we will talk about decimals. Decimals is very important topic in math. It is used in money, it is used in representing sides and is related to fractions. What we will learn in today's video is what are decimals and what is the importance of decimal in everyday life. We will also talk about how decimals are represented, as they are represented to tenths, hundredths and thousandths, and we will talk about all this representation. What are decimals? Decimals is a way of representing a number. Let us take an example of 45.36, where 45 is your whole number part and 36 is your decimal part. Whole number part is any number which is before decimals, and decimal number is any number that is after decimal. Another important thing to learn is how we write in decimals. Let us take a very simple example of 1 cent. 1 cent, which is represented as 0.01 of a dollar. This is, but why it is written as 0.01 dollar? Because 1 cent is 1 on hundredth part, right? So in order to represent 1 on 100, we take a base block of 100 and we will shade only one part of this block. This means that it is 1 on 100. This fraction number is changed to the decimal number and it becomes 0.01. Another example I want to talk about is of 5 cents. 5 cents, which is represented as 0.05 of part of a dollar. In the same case, we will use 100 base block and we will shade only 5 parts of this. We will shade only 5 parts. That means it is 5 on 100. So this 5 on 100 is again represented as 0.05. But when we talk about 10 cents, it becomes entirely different. Here we shade first 10 parts of base 100 block. We do not shade 5 parts or 1 part because this 10 cents is represented as 10 on 100, as we have 100 total parts and out of 100 parts we shade only 10 parts. So this 10 cents is represented as 0.10 of a dollar. But here the situation becomes entirely different. We have $1. $1 is represented as 1.00. Here we see that before decimal we have 1, but after decimal we do not have any number. That means we will shade all 100 parts of this. So when it becomes 100 parts are shaded of a total of 100, then it becomes 1.00. So no decimal part and we have only whole number part, and that is 1. So what we learnt about is that 1 cent is represented as 0.01, 10 cents is represented as 0.10, and $1 is represented as 1.00. You see that in all the three numbers, what changes is position of 1. Here, in 1 cent, 1 is represented as second digit after the decimal. In 10 cents, it is first digit after decimal, and in $1, it is just the whole number and there is no digit after decimal. Why is it so, and why the position of 1 changes, we will learn about in this when we talk about exploring thousands. In this case, you see the number that I have chosen is 4.789. 4 is represented as the ones, as it is at the ones place in a place value chart, and then there is decimal that comes here. 7 is represented as the 10th part. You see, it is not 10, it is 10th. There is THS at the end. 8 is represented as the 100th part. It is not 100, it is hundreds. There is THS at the back of them. But 9 is represented as the 1000th part. That means it is not 1000, it is 1000th. So first digit after decimal is said to be at 10th place. Second digit after decimal is represented as at 100th place, and third digit after decimal is represented as thousandths place. We call it tenths, hundreds and thousands as we have more than one digit in all of them. So here is another representation of a number. First digit after decimal is 1 on 10th, which is said to be tens. Second digit after decimal is said to be hundreds, that means it is on 100. And third digit after decimal is represented as 1 on 1000th, as it is the thousandths place. Thank you for watching, and you can have look at the other videos to learn more about decimals.